The Avid Dreams Podcast, episode 10. What up? We made it to 1-0. Tizen. What up?
What is this, man? It sounds like one of those old shows, those old teenage shows that they used to put on.
What up? We made it to episode 10. How y'all doing today? Mention in the comments or not. Nobody gives a fuck. Yo, how you doing, Chanel?
I'm good. I'm straight.
You smooth?
We good.
You have a good day?
I had a good day.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling great.
I'm feeling good.
I see Chanel over here with her merch. She got her pink Avid Dreams mug.
Yep, I wanted pink. Pink's my color.
Yeah, we got pink mugs. So, you know, that is pretty fire. You know what I'm saying?
I love it too. Pink's one of my favorite colors.
We just got this new espresso machine, so we sipping espressos.
Gotta make sure the logo is showing on.
Yeah, I got my JASHAR logo that you can't buy
That
because I screwed it up.
is delightful. You know why it tastes even better? It's because it's in that cup.
Yep.
Yep.
Nothing tastes better than merch.
You want your coffee or your tea a little bit sweeter? Get one of these.
Just a tiny bit sweeter.
Just a little more flavor in it.
A little more sugar.
Get one of these, guys.
Anyways, let's get into the first topic. This just popped up a few days ago. Keke Palmer was in the news. People were getting in that ass because she had mentioned something about EBT cards.
Oh, yeah.
Saying something about wouldn't it be amazing if we woke up and you could only get healthy food through EBT? And the internet went wild.
Yeah, they ain't like that.
They don't like
I watched it all unfold. They did not like that.
They were not happy about it.
See, this is another thing too. Like, I actually posted something that aligned to basically saying, like, if you are in the top 2% where you're rich, you can't, like, it's being in poor people's business, basically. Get out of poor people's business or you're gonna get dragged, basically.
That's basically what it is.
I mean, I get where she was trying to go with it, but the fact that you don't have to live through that struggle anymore, I think people just don't want to hear
Definitely
you talk about it. Somebody else made some comments too.
Who?
Like a celebrity. I don't know. They always do that, but I know Kim K got some slack, or not slack. She got backlash because of her birthday, 40th birthday bash.
Wow.
She said, "You guys, I know I'm privileged and I can't,
I'm rich as fuck."
Because they went to an island and they like lived it up. But I think it was mostly because of COVID. They were like, "Why'd you bring so many people and stuff?" Even though people partying all over the U.S. Regardless, you gonna get dragged.
Party in the USA like Miley Cyrus. But yeah, she's definitely in the 2%. I just checked it out. Her net worth is $7.5 million.
Who?
Keke Palmer.
Really? He letting it be really.
Keke Palmer.
Really got it.
Really set it off. Really put her up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, if you're in that 2%, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you gotta really just cut it out.
Nobody wants to see it.
No, everybody's struggling. They already know. And on top of that, healthy food is already really expensive.
Yeah.
So that means even if it was like that, like taxes would definitely have to be hiked. No question about it. So it's like, even if that were like, yeah, she gonna get taxed more because she make more money. Right. So it's gonna hurt her pocket. So I guess in a way she would, obviously take some of the price for it. But at the end of the day, I think people would just shut up. Like we can't afford it now, and that's just what it is.
Basically, she was saying that everybody with an EBT card should be able to get healthy food for free. So that means free food.
At first, I think people didn't read, like, probably the article or wherever she was talking about it on. I think people didn't read it and just automatically saw what she wrote in her tweet. And they thought, like, she was basically saying, y'all got an EBT card, you should only be able to purchase healthy stuff. And that's how they took it.
Yeah. Either way, don't talk about EBT.
Stay out of poor people's business.
Nobody wants to hear it.
Poor/middle class.
Especially in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
Everybody hurting right now. Nobody got any money. Yeah. Donald Trump was like, no stimulus unless I become president again. And he's not president again, so...
Yeah, we gotta wait to hear that stimulus package.
We don't know if Biden gonna be like, yo, I got y'all. Because, fuck Donald Trump, basically, that YG song. That shit is popping right now.
Actually, yeah, they got back on climb the charts again.
Yep.
Recently.
As soon as he lost the office.
It's hilarious though.
Yeah, you love to see it. Basically, some other news that I just found out. Bow Wow came out and said that he's basically responsible for the careers of Chris Brown, Omarion, and Trey Songz. He said he's a big reason of why they were put on.
What is this overwhelmingly need to stay? It's like, I feel like it's hyper relevant. Like, cause you being in the news, like, obviously you're saying this because you want to spark controversy, but on top of that, I'm saying it's hyper relevant because you want to be like you want to exert more power than you have or the public associates you as having.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say hyper relevant. Like you want to, like you're trying to get back into the news so they're relevant again, but also you're taking credit for other people staying in the news. So it's like this it's like this delusions of grandeur type of thing for me. Even if he did, which I personally, like obviously I wasn't there, but I don't agree with that because I grew up in that era and I went to a Scream tour.
Yeah.
And the reason why you get invited in the first place is because you got a hit single. So it's like, what?
You don't put people who ain't got hit singles on the Scream tour.
Dude's trying to hit the Soulja Boy out of nowhere.
But basically, I wasn't as relevant into the hip hop news like that, so I don't know if he really had a hand in putting them on. However, you know, there's other people like Drake who had actually taken people like Kendrick Lamar on tour before Kendrick Lamar had a name. So, you know, you could say that Drake had more of a hand in like his career as opposed to like, I don't know what actually happened with Bow Wow. Because I remember we went to a concert, me and Chanel. Was it 2010? 2009?
Drake?
2010?
I don't remember what year it was. I just remember the venue.
I think it was 2010 because he was about to drop his first album. And it was in East Lansing, Michigan State, and I'm not supposed to say Michigan State. You looked at me really quick. I got worried.
Anyways, this is for context. I went to U of M, so no, I wasn't giving you that look.
He was like, but
mark your
basically,
next words very carefully. I'm just gonna.
we went to the concert. It was super lit. But the guy who opened up for him was Kendrick Lamar. And a lot of people was like, who the fuck is this? Basically.
I legit didn't even know that was him. I just was like, hearing me up the stage.
I remembered the name because I was like, some of these songs is kind of straight. But at the same time, I was like, get off the stage. We're trying to see Drake. You know what I'm saying? Things are a lot different now, obviously, because Kendrick Lamar now is Kendrick Lamar. So, yeah, we could say that he had more of a hand in something like that. But I don't know. I haven't really dug up the research to find out that Bow Wow had a direct hand.
I'll give him Sierra, possibly, even though I was more so Future.
I mean, Sierra, she was already hot.
But you can say that about the other ones too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The only reason I said maybe Sierra, I feel like he helped, was because they were dating when she was big.
Right.
And he was already a star. But other than that, I'm not gonna give him Chris Brown.
Right. Because they definitely all had hits.
I don't know if I can give him Omarion. Can we give him Omarion? Because Omarion,
I mean, they did the album together, but like he was with B2K before Omarion even like took off on his own.
Right.
So B2K was already huge, and then you got like I don't remember him working with Trey Songz, but I do remember him. I don't know. I can't even say that he helped out with Soulja Boy because I remember that he wound up doing a song with Soulja Boy, but at the time Soulja Boy had already become Soulja Boy. He already took over the internet, took over YouTube, like the first YouTube rapper type guy, and he was already hot. So like,
was he the MySpace rapper?
No, he came from YouTube. YouTube.
My bad. I was thinking about the MySpace layouts with the glitter on it.
I remember we watched the videos on MySpace.
Yeah, he did.
Because he was like, how do you do the dance? How do you Superman that hoe? How do you Superman that hoe?
Yeah.
It was crazy. But yeah, like by the time like Bow Wow did a song with him, like he was already hot. And like Bow Wow was kind of a little bit on the decline. So, you know, it is what it is, you know. It's just
so bottom line, you don't think he deserves credit for any of their fame?
No.
I agree.
But, you know, I'm not going to say that he didn't have a hand in helping them out.
But you can say that about anybody who had features on something.
True.
So,
True.
I mean, I agree. I don't think... No.
He
tried it, though.
You remember that song, Shorty Like Mine?
Yes.
Shorty Like Mine.
That was my jam back then.
That thing was crazy because Bow Wow was big, but Chris Brown was also big. And it was like a clash of the Titans at the time.
Who was also big?
Bow Wow and Chris Brown. When they did Shorty Like Mine?
Yeah, I know what you said.
Because they was both huge at the time. And it was like a clash of the Titans.
Yeah. Kind of like Drake and Chris Brown having it up.
Yes.
Kind of like that.
By the way, Everyday Struggle put together a poll because some news came out that Drake and Chris Brown have a lot of songs together. And basically, they could drop an album. Mm-hmm. So the poll came out and they said they feel like, well, actually, DJ Academics actually said that he feels like more people want a Drake and the Weeknd album over a Drake and a Chris Brown album. I think.
Honestly, I think like it depends. Like we kind of talked about this briefly. If you want like a Marvin's Room type of album, granted, Weeknd has some good hits that are upbeat.
Yeah,
you got a couple of them that I rock with.
Yeah,
but overall, I feel like mixing him with Drake. I mean, you want to redo Crew Love?
I mean, maybe.
I'm not saying it's not gonna be dope. Like it would be dope.
I feel like it would be dope.
I would more so appreciate Drake Chris.
I think more people just want another Take Care, but like one thing that was like real big that Jay-Z used to say is people want my old shit, buy my old album, basically. And I feel like Drake is in a completely different place now than he was in 2011. Yeah, was it 2011 when that album dropped? Mm-hmm. Around 2011 when that album dropped. So he's in a different, musical space. And I feel like his music compares better where it would gel fluidly with a Chris Brown over, a Weeknd, because Weeknd feels like he's in a completely different space too.
Let's pull in the conversation of Drake and Future's album. Because that was another collaboration.
That boy was fire.
Now,
I don't care what nobody say. That boy was fire.
No, I loved it. It got a lot of negative criticism, negative backlash. But I personally enjoyed it. It was like a
Future featuring Drake album they was calling it.
Yeah, like I enjoyed the whole album to be honest. But I
still listen to tracks from it.
Yeah, and why did you enjoy it though? What made you enjoy it?
I feel like their styles just really fit together. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? These styles fit together really good. I wasn't sure first walking into it, cause like the Future had like this huge trap style, and like Drake wasn't exactly into the trap style quite yet.
But see, that's what I'm talking about.
And then it's like,
even though we said it was some negative backlash, I want different. Who's gonna bring? Well, Weeknd brings different, but we've already seen that collaboration before.
Right.
I would much rather take Drake and Chris Brown and whatever album he does after that. I'll take Drake and Weeknd singles. I don't want to collab. Or if we could take both too.
Yeah, because he was saying that he said people probably don't want a Drake and Chris Brown album anymore. He said that was more of a like 2010, 2011 thing, and I was like, I don't remember wanting those two to do a project together. Cause like at the time they styles was way too different at the time. Like Drake was strictly like hip hop R&B, and Chris Brown was like in his pop phase where he was doing like yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all those type of tracks. So I wouldn't really want it at the time.
Well, now that you say that, they both have explored so many different genres. I feel like they both can come together and create something. A masterpiece at this point. Yeah. Like Weeknd, I enjoy his music, and I do feel like he is a visionary type of an artist. I just don't feel like he's covered all the grounds like that as much as those two have. Right. You're never gonna hear. I feel like you're never gonna hear Weeknd on like a Bad Bunny song or like a Pitbull song or something like that. Happen.
Also, shout out to the Weeknd. He just secured the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh yeah, that's so dope. I heard about that.
I'm gonna watch.
Is it just him or is it gonna be somebody else too?
I don't know. It just said the Weeknd so far, but I'm kind of hyped for that.
If they did, I completely
Personally,
am undervaluing.
I am a The Weeknd fan.
I am too.
I'm more of a Chris Brown fan,
Yeah.
but I am a Weeknd fan, so I'm not trying to like demerit the whole collaboration that would happen from between them. I'm just saying, like, I would rather hear Chris Brown Drake sound because I feel like they would gel better right now.
And I would get something. I feel like I would get something new.
Right.
New sonically, like, and that's what I feel like we really need right now, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much stuff that's kind of sounding similar, especially with the female rappers. I love my female rappers. Let me just say that, but and I'm not gonna lie, we have male rappers too, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are. I don't really feel like there's been anything that's been like different lately. Like, you remember when Brandy put out Full Moon?
Yeah.
And how different that was, and then when JT put out Future Sex Love Songs.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like,
that's a good album.
I want stuff that's like,
we mentioned this before. That's a great album.
Or Kanye and Jay-Z's collab album.
That album was pretty dope.
That was different, like just different sonically. Like, I feel like we need that right now. I think we need that distraction, and I think it's a bigger distraction to have Drake and Chris Brown together, more so than Drake and Weeknd.
Yeah, that's
why we've done that. Been there, done that.
That's why I usually get excited for when Kanye drops, but like he doesn't flip the script, and I don't want to hear no more Kanye anymore. If you don't drop another album, another, was it non-secular? Yeah. If he doesn't,
he's just been.
If he just gonna be on like the gospel stuff, I ain't really trying to hear that anymore.
I need him to get a couple years of therapy in, and then we ready to come back to that.
Yeah.
And
so I feel like he's still got like a couple good albums left in him.
I do.
If he decides to focus on that.
Right, I'm having a really hard time. Like,
you're like, I'm really having a hard time giving a fuck.
I just really am having a hard time, like fucking with him like that right now. Especially that run for presidency, because he had like 50 to 65K votes for him across the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, granted, Biden is the projected winner. Still, they're still counting. Yes, they're still counting.
Mm-hmm.
Even with that, like, those 50K could have went to Biden.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, like, you know damn well he wasn't gonna win that. He knew for damn sure he wasn't gonna win that.
People were saying that he was using it as like, like a test. But this was like the worst time to do a test.
It makes me sick that that's gonna be on his Wikipedia that he got 60K. That's what pisses me off, man.
Well, see, like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been feeling the same way. Like, I've been doing like a lot of driving lately and putting on like playlists and stuff, like old playlists. And like some of his music came up, and I was just like, I don't want to hear this right now.
What do you mean, like Graduation or like?
Yeah, like some of his classic albums, some of his fire albums. I'm just like, I don't want to hear this right now. I got a bad taste in my mouth with Kanye right now.
Yeah, just hearing his voice now is just like, I feel like you just hear his, like, hearing his voice on a song is like equivalent to reading his tweets for me right now. Yeah. Because when I read his tweets, I read it in his voice. Yeah. So now in my head, it's like making one voice.
It's like
together with two hands, one voice. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see
hands, one voice.
I don't want to see him in the news anytime soon. I don't want to, like, unless he's going to, therapy, a psychiatrist, some kind of strong-handed form of mental health. I'm fine with that. Other than that, don't stop.
I feel you. I want to say R.I.P. To King Von. He's a recent rapper that we just lost. I really don't know much about him, and he wound up being slain last week sometime.
Did he get shot?
Yeah, he got shot. But I was gonna mention it on the last episode, but I don't really know much about him other than he was associated with it, Lil Durk. But in light of us losing another rapper to not even gang violence, just the violence period. Yeah. It sparked a debate that hip hop is a dangerous profession. And how do you feel about that before I say anything? Do you feel like hip hop is a dangerous profession?
I think the people who get into hip hop were dangerous before they got into hip hop.
Okay.
I mean, we have a ton of rappers who claim gangs a lot of them come from, not a lot of them, but a good portion of them come from, drug slinging before, just from the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was definitely their lifestyle beforehand, and I couldn't see it getting any better when they got big. Especially because the huge thing is you can't go back after you make it. You can't go back to your old hood. You just can't. Like, I've seen many people do it before. Even like regular people who've made a little bit more, like above what's I guess average for somebody from the hood, like maybe middle class, we can say that, still going back to the hood and, you just can't. You can't do it. Because that's how, I don't want to say that's how, because I feel like that's insensitive. XXX Tentacion, he was in his hood.
I was going to mention that.
Nipsey was in his hood. I think it's just, it's really hard. It's heartbreaking, but you really have to separate yourself from that.
Yeah. Maybe send representatives to, better the community so you're not actually stepping foot there. Because
those people around them, like you were once at their level, right? And now you came out of it. You're in the top 2% now.
Mm-hmm.
You're rich. So I mean, with that, with anybody, with any race, with anything, with anywhere, there always comes a jealousy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they still feel like the hood is their friend. Mm-hmm. And I mean, of course, you have some associates there who you're friends with. But overall, it's not a good idea to go back to it. It never has been. Yeah. They don't dap you up or whatever, but deep down, there's some deep-seated issues there that not saying they have mental issues or anything, but deep-seated. Is disgust the right word?
Yeah.
Because even if they still working towards becoming big and they still haven't gotten there, and you're there, you're vulnerable now because you went to the hood too. Because they got their boys there too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, much vulnerable position. So
it don't help all the stunting they be doing too.
Yeah, because they do go stunting too. Because me and you know a couple people who are like that. Who go back to the hood and stunt. You just can't do it.
It's not a good place. Yeah. Even hearing about T Grizzly and his manager, I think it was his auntie. I wound up meeting her on tour, and she was such a sweet person. And I wound up getting her contact information. Like, this was like right after T Grizzly put out, like, was it First Day Out? Mm. He had just put that joint out, and then I met him on tour. He was super cool, but his auntie was like the sweetest lady ever. And then she wound up being gunned down, like, while she was riding in the car with him. So, it's just, you got to stay out of those type of situations. But back to, like, the topic at hand, I wouldn't say hip-hop is a dangerous profession, because you got many of artists out here who are staying completely out of trouble. You got artists like, what's his name?
Might help me figure it out who it is.
You know the dude over in LA came out with a hit song with Lil Yachty?
No.
Can't think of what his name is. I'm gonna find his name. But there's tons of artists out here.
What's he doing? What is he doing? What do you mean?
He came out with his own movie and everything on Netflix. Kyle. I'm thinking of Kyle. Okay. Got artists like Kyle who are out here staying completely out of trouble. Artists like Lupe Fiasco staying completely out of trouble. Because it's like, basically at the end of the day, if you're not trying to really start anything, it ain't really gonna be anything. Is how I see it. But I think it's also a broader topic, because people are talking about, I Spy. People are talking about, like, beyond just the violence. People are talking about, like, the drugs and stuff that come along with it. But I feel like that's just a form of fame regardless, because not only hip-hop artists fall victim to it, you hear about actors falling victim to it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like fame is more of a dangerous profession than actual hip-hop.
I was gonna say you could say rock and roll was a dangerous profession to go in, or a dangerous genre to be in, because we've seen that time and time again.
I wouldn't even
it's just because we got Kurt Cobain, you got a ton of them. You got Amy Winehouse, you got the list just goes on.
Yeah,
whether
there's
it
been
be
like a lot of
whether it be,
overdoses and stuff outside of just straight up violence.
But besides sex, alcohol, and drugs, that's basically what that conversation looks like. The hood and drugs and money are kind of this conversation for hip hop. But nonetheless, both of them definitely are dangerous genres to be in. I feel like not genres per se, but music, of course, like you were saying. But yeah, we've seen it with multiple artists, sadly enough. So it's like
I would just argue that fame more so is more so dangerous than like specific genres.
It's a high that you probably aren't able to match very well outside of a stadium.
Yeah, because even like you hear about Demi Lovato with like she was going through what was it, bulimia?
Yeah.
She was going through that for a little bit. And you know, fans don't actually help with a lot of stuff like that. It's like a lot of people who will just kick you while you're down and stuff. And that has nothing to do with just her music. That just has to do with like being famous.
Yep.
People see your name in a headline and they got something to say about it.
Yeah, they definitely put celebrities on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot tougher to deal with. Like what we were talking about the other time, we were saying like everybody messes up. Cancel culture is just like so destructive. And you turn to something that takes your reality away, which is like drugs and alcohol. And at one time you take it too far.
True. So once again, R.I.P. to King Von. Maybe I'll check out some of his music. I know he just put out an album the same week that he passed. It was like his first album. And he was like projected to do really well. But then he passed like the same week his first album came out. So it's a tragic story. R.I.P. to my man.
R.I.P. man. That's crazy.
Let me switch gears real quick. This is something that just popped up. Who has never won a Grammy that you feel deserves a Grammy?
There's a couple people. It was because Complex, I think, posted a question about this. It was a couple people that were brought up that I agreed with. It was Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight has a Grammy?
I think he had like 16 or 18 nominations. Yep. Brian McKnight, Nicki Minaj. Yep. She had like 14 or something. I know, it's crazy, right? That's why you look at it like that.
Like I'm not.
Brian,
I've already said what I had to say about Nicki Minaj, but she deserves her accolades.
Don't drag me, but she deserved having that before Cardi B.
Yeah. But, you know, she paved the way for Cardi B to get that, so.
Yeah, but that still gotta hurt. Because, I mean, Grammys are like that's like a Pulitzer Prize for the music artist.
Yeah, it's definitely a Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah, so they've said those two, and then they also said Travis Scott.
Travis Scott? Well, he's still kind of new. I feel like he still got time to win the Grammy.
But Cardi got it when she was new.
True, but like, if you were to say that she deserves a Grammy right now, and she only has one album out, then you'd be like, she's still kind of new. Even if, saying if she didn't get a Grammy, I say the same thing. Like, she's still kind of new. A lot of people don't get Grammys like the first couple times around.
But it's different now, because people are getting celebrated a lot earlier than I feel like they used to be.
True.
So I think people's expectations, and that's the Grammys panel's fault, to be honest with you. But I think people's expectations, the bar is lowered.
Yeah.
Not to say, I feel like when they said it, I was like, I kind of get it. I mean, he is a vision, like he's an amazing artist, producer, writer, like all of that. Like he's dope. Like he's done amazing tracks for other artists, Kanye West, all of them. Like it's just, I mean, I see where it's coming from. I think it's deserved. I don't know if it's deserved over
Astroworld.
Yeah, 100%.
Astroworld was fire.
He got nominated for the one with Drake.
Oh,
It didn't win though. Yeah, it didn't win.
That was a smash hit. That's ridiculous.
That and
Snoop Dogg won one?
I don't know.
I feel like Snoop Dogg hasn't won one. Wiz Khalifa hasn't won one.
I'm gonna look that one up because
like outside of like people just saying like, you know, I don't know, people just following the billboards or whatever, but it's like these like Snoop Dogg and like Wiz Khalifa, they're becoming, I mean, well, Wiz Khalifa's becoming like a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the game for so long. He's hit a lot of milestones, and it's like he doesn't have a Grammy.
Snoop Dogg doesn't. Nope.
Snoop Dogg doesn't have a Grammy. I don't think Nas has a Grammy.
No, he doesn't. They brought him up too.
Nas, which is wild.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like some of these people deserve it. No, he's never won one.
It's wild.
Black and Yellow, We Them Boys.
We Them Boys was huge.
Remember You.
Black and Yellow was huge.
Young, Wild, and Free. That Bruno
See
Mars
You
one.
Again. Yeah, Remember You. See You Again. That was the first song to hit what was it, like the first rap song to hit a Billy?
He's only
YouTube?
won one BET award.
This is ridiculous. This shit is
He won
blasphemous.
Best New Artist back in 2011.
Wow. It was blasphemous. That dude is legit. He's a legend.
If he hasn't made it to the legend category, like he's definitely getting there at least. But
Like, there's a lot of people who like sleep on him and stuff.
But also you do have to factor in the year and the time and the artist that they have to go against.
True.
Because if somebody's doing slightly better than them, then you gotta really make it big when people really ain't shit. Either that or you're the person who's the...
I wonder who he lost Black and Yellow to.
What do you mean, for Grammys?
And was that nominated for a Grammy? Black and Yellow?
Yes, it was. I just ventured away from that page. I'm not sure, to be honest. Because I feel like that's a huge...
That was a huge smash. That was like... You couldn't go anywhere without hearing Black and Yellow.
Yeah.
It was like 15 remixes, kind of like not Lil Nas X's Old Town Road. He had like a bunch of remixes. Paved the way for Lil Nas X to have them remixes.
So, best rap performance and best rap song. So, that was 2011.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on. 2011. Oh, 2012. Yeah, you see who won. That's why.
Was that All the Lights?
Kanye West had Rihanna, Kid Cudi, and Fergie on it. And he went against that. Look at me now. He could have beat
All of the Lights?
Otis.
Like, no, straight up, that's
what I'm saying.
That's also a smash, but like, at the same time, like, that All of the Lights didn't take over the way Black and Yellow did.
I'm saying, though, like, that's why.
But I can kind of understand it.
Then he went against Lupe Fiasco.
Stage on fire.
In 2012, he went against Lupe Fiasco for The Show Goes On, Nicki Minaj featuring Drake for Moment for Life, and Otis. That's what you gotta look at, man. You gotta look at what they went against. I don't know what happened with Nicki Minaj, though, because she ain't went out one either, but...
I mean, you got Otis in there. The Show Goes On was like a smash hit, too. Lupe Fiasco.
Woo! Nicki Minaj, the other time she got nominated was for Truffle Butter, but she had to go against Back to Back from Drake. Do you remember that? Remember those times? Those were good times, wasn't it?
Truffle Butter. I was rocking with that song.
Back to Back.
Yeah, that's not messing with Back to Back. But
I can't believe I would be so sick if somebody made a diss track against me and he won an award. I'd be so sick.
Did it win?
I don't think so.
Either way, it was nominated.
Kendrick Lamar won for All Right, but still. It was nominated, though.
I'd be like, it's ruined. He made a diss track and it was nominated for a Grammy.
I'd be so hurt. Like, bruh, I gotta be trashed. Like, I'd be so hurt, man. Ooh. That would hurt my feelings, man. That's when I would resort to alcohol. I would definitely be drinking. I'd be like, wow.
Yep. Who's got another line?
I know.
I need a line.
That's bold, man. How much? And then, like, the jabs, too. Like, oh. My butt cheeks would be twitching like, oh, he got me. He got me.
That's another beef for another time. Because that's a talk right there.
That was bold.
That is a talk.
I know.
So, kind of pissed off.
Why?
Well, there was a new trailer that just dropped for WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
MCU. WandaVision just dropped. New trailer.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But apparently, it says that it's not coming out till January. So he pushed it back a month.
When was it supposed to come out originally?
It's supposed to come out December 20th.
That's not really a big jump, though.
So I was like,
Well,
I'm pissed off because this is the first year since 2009 where we haven't had anything from the MCU. And all they had to do was give us that little morsel at the end of the year.
They could have. I'm still running off of Infinity War. My tank is full. I would have been okay with my cup runneth over though.
Yeah.
Would have been okay with it.
Yeah. They got like this big gap in there and just I just wanted it next month. Like what else there's nothing else to look forward to for the end of 2020. It's been a shitty year.
Christmas. Social distancing Christmas.
Come on now.
Yeah, you're right.
Christmas comes every year.
What about some Christmas movies released on Netflix since you won't be able to go to the movie theater? How about that, huh? No?
No. Like, did you want to see Soul?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I do not watch
Exactly. You don't know what Soul is. Soul is a Disney Plus movie that's coming out from Pixar. That features it's Pixar's first black-led movie. Jamie Foxx is playing the main character.
Okay, you caught me up. I didn't know the name of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to drop at Christmas. And I do kind of want to see that. But I wanted WandaVision more. There it is.
That's because it looked dope.
There it is.
It looks super dope.
There it
Are
is.
they sure it's because the production's taking longer than they?
No, it's done.
Editing?
They're in post-production.
Editing's maybe taking longer?
No. I think they're just trying to say, okay, we'll put it in 2021 and then we'll dominate 2021 because they got like a shit ton of movies dropping. I think we're supposed to get like 5 or 6 different MCU.
But that's not even a really big decision though, because December 20 is basically the end of 2020. They might as well push it. I'm not happy about it, but I understand. I mean, it's not like they went to go. I mean, it is like this. They can go get it signed for pushing it off by like a month or less. They were like, yeah, sure. That's cool.
A morsel of good news. The PS5 and the Xbox Series S just dropped.
It just dropped. 2 days ago?
Dropped.
2 days ago. Yesterday. That's what I meant. Yesterday.
They just dropped.
People
yesterday.
going wild.
People going crazy. People start putting together vape videos, talking about some my Xbox is smoking.
Twitter was in shambles.
Xbox actually had to come out and say, we can't believe that we have to say this, but don't blow vape on your Xbox.
They were like, boo!
Because like immediately, like I saw the videos, I was like, are you serious? Xbox is already smoking out the gate? And then people were saying that the PS5 was like overheating out the gate. And I'm just like, whoa, these boys just dropped. It's too early to be having these type of problems. But I think they were all fake problems.
Regardless though, you gotta wait till it gets debugged. You gotta go through your phases. Like when something new, like completely new comes out, I'm talking like not iPhone 11, iPhone 11, 12, 13. Because they've already perfected.
Is it 13 out?
I don't know. But they've already perfected the iPhone. I'm talking about a whole new system. You gotta let it go through its testing phases. I mean, not testing phases like back when they were testing out the machine. I'm talking like you gotta use everybody else as your
I want a PS5.
Your what's the name? Your rat, your test rat or whatever.
I want one.
I want one too. I'm good with my PS4 right now though. I can wait a little while. I do want a PS5 though. I'll tell you so much.
Hey, I'm gonna wait for a minute.
Yeah.
Wait till the heat dies down.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get that new Spider-Man. We actually watching the walkthrough right now in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see it, it's off camera, but
it's dope though.
It's so great.
Play it.
It's so great.
I wanna play it.
It's like such a dope like follow-up from the last Spider-Man.
The graphics are amazing.
And the representation in this game is so many black people. There's people doing sign language. The lesbian couple in there. So much representation.
Spider-Man and Adidas.
Yeah, wearing Adidas and stuff. Woo, so much representation. Super dope. If you got a PS5 or if you got a PS4, go get that Miles Spider-Man. This is not an endorsement. They have not paid me anything. The game is just dope.
We should just write the little fine print at the bottom. This is not an ad.
Anything that comes out of JASHAR's mouth is bullshit. So yeah, the only thing we got to look forward to is the second wave of COVID-19. We just hit the second wave. Like 2 days ago, we had 9,000 cases in Michigan, and then a day ago we had 7,000 cases. The numbers are going back up, and there's talks of another shutdown.
I feel like people were like, oh, if we pretended that it's gone, then it would be gone. But it's like, no.
Right. It was like, bitch.
But like, people are like, why are you guys hype about another lockdown? Why are you hype about having COVID stick around? Like, do you understand we're still wearing masks indoors? I went to IKEA recently. Let me tell you, you guys, if you've been to IKEA, you know you have to walk throughout the whole store to get out. Mm-hmm. So I'm in there. I'm walking fast because what I need is downstairs. Mm-hmm. I know there's shortcuts and stuff, but a little part of me did want to see the little rooms. And
what you guys got here?
But my face was hot.
I
was hot, and it wasn't because my breath was hot. Don't say that.
They was thinking it.
But it was.
You tried it.
It was just hot, and I was just running through the store, and I'm just sweating. I'm sweating more because of the mask, if anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't, like, if we can get through this and get past it, first of all, I already think we shouldn't have stopped as soon as we did. But I get that Americans were getting very nasty.
They were getting real antsy in the pants.
They were getting very nasty. So I get it, but also, and our economy was suffering, obviously, too.
Mm-hmm. But there wasn't a really good, plan in place.
Yeah. There's something else.
Plan was thrown out the window.
Something we're supposed to learn, too, on top of this.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's something we're supposed to learn. Why else would the good Lord put that strong of a pandemic in America right now?
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to learn something else.
I gotta say, wearing a mask in the summertime is not cool. It's a weird feeling when you feel like your face, like just your lips sweating.
When do you think is a good time for people to, when do you think it would be like more optimal for people to start going back to normal, or think it would be like better? Do you think we should have waited? Do you think we should have been in lockdown this whole time?
I feel like we should have.
Well, maybe a little bit shorter time, because obviously if we were in longer,
we
might have put a cap on it already.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that because, isn't the UK going back in lockdown?
Yeah, but they also they came out of lockdown. A lot of people that came out of lockdown are going back into lockdown because maybe the lockdown didn't last long enough, or I don't know. Basically, where we're at right now, the way everybody's acting is that this virus is just gonna have to run through everybody.
Really?
That's how I'm seeing it. Cause nobody's gonna sit down and be like, okay, I'll stay home. Nobody gonna do that. So because nobody gonna do that, the virus is gonna have to run through everybody. It's gonna have to take a lot of people out because people don't want to take it seriously. So I don't see this ending till at least 2022. My personal opinion.
2022?
2022.
Well, honestly, Fauci was saying, that's the CDC director, he was saying that we're not going to get back to normal until the end of 2021. So you're basically on par.
Yep.
But I feel like that's largely due to human selfishness.
I don't know if that's...
And addiction to
I don't know money. If he came up with that number based on the way everybody's acting right now, or based on what his projections would have been if everybody stayed in lockdown. I don't know what his numbers are based off of from there. But based off what I'm seeing personally, like fucking big ass, pool parties in Atlanta and stuff, people hitting the clubs, tight packed clubs over in Florida and stuff.
I think it's like
people having massive ass house parties in the middle of a pandemic because everybody has to party, everybody needs to party.
You know what it is? I think we need to come to terms with this. A lot of Americans are depressed.
Yes.
And they like rely on that stuff to just stay above water.
True.
I think that's why there's this.
True, and it doesn't help that like
it's not good. I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody got no money either, because the government was just like, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. They brought back the unemployment. He was given $600 extra each paycheck.
Yep.
And then they was like, you guys could live off of $300 a week. You guys could pay your bills off of $300 a week. And people can't do that right now. So
I think a big reason too is because it was on the news that people were still behind on their rent, even with the increase. Yeah, it was with people who could have probably paid it with what they were getting paid, because it was more than what they were making before.
True.
So,
but you know, there's always somebody who messes up for the rest of us. But you know, still people out here hurting. So.
But we got a new president.
You got a new president. Hopefully, some things change. You know, within the next year. Everybody needs stimulus. I want a stimulus.
I think people should get back stimulus. It's been, how many months has it been? Like 6 months since we got one last time? Yeah.
I want my tax return and a stimulus.
You can't just give people like $1,200 and like have this big gap and not. You can't just give them another $1,200. That's just a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You need a package. Actually, people should get a package, not a drop of $1,200. A package.
What do you? Isn't it
of sorts?
What kind of package are you talking?
I mean, a good chunk of money. I don't know what's gonna entail in that, but I'm saying it should be a little bit more than just money dropping. It should be a package that people get, because it's been months since the last one, and we've been talking about getting one for so many months. I mean, even if the workforce, y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but even if the workforce has to take a hit and more taxes being paid.
It is what it is.
I'm a socialist, bro. Like, if they're like, oh, you gotta I am. Like, if they say I gotta raise my taxes to be, like, pay out, so be it. I care about people. Like, I want people to not be in a bad position. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I give a shit about other people. I want people to be good during this time. It's not their fault.
Yeah, I want people to be good, but I also want the pandemic to end.
I want the pandemic to end, too.
Like, people want to go on vacation.
Yeah, man. I was supposed to go to Hawaii next month.
That's not gonna happen.
I just had to cancel. I'm so sick about it.
Because you guys are selfish.
Yeah. For me, please stay indoors for my little vacation. Like, fuck your vacation.
Fuck your vacation. I can't go to Hawaii. You can't go either. Basically, what it comes down to.
Oh, Hawaii said they have visitors there now, and their cases are increasing because they're letting the people from the mainland in. Which I've seen a couple people go there, but. Let's all stay inside and not keep going to Tulum.
Keep wearing your mask. Everybody, keep your mask on. Let's finally finish this pandemic so we can get back to normal. So we ain't gotta wear masks in the grocery store. That shit is garbage.
Very true.
Nobody wanna wear masks in the hot ass areas and shit. That shit is whack. Yeah. Let's get past it.
Walking through Costco, walking through these big department stores with a mask on, breathing, your face hot and sweating.
Yeah.
Then people still standing too close, like, bruh, like, nah, I want to get through this.
Yeah, everybody just work as a team. Let's get through this.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You learn how to do this in public schools.
True. Well, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Avid Dreams Podcast.
Yeah.
This was episode 10, and we want to say thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks,
we appreciate you guys.
I appreciate it. It's always a good time talking to you guys, having a full conversation, having a debate.
100%.
Sometimes with live streams and stuff.
So, if you guys was rocking with the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so that you're always notified whenever we drop a brand new video.
Yep. So, we'll catch you guys next week.
We will catch you guys next week.
Love you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.